Alright, we're starting up here. We got another round 3 Bedrock game today. This is Dragonegg and Team Lagcraft are our two games today. If I'm not mistaken, winner of this game gonna go to the quarterfinals, and they are going to play Slayers. So we get into our first private game here. First game is gonna be on beach. Pretty standard. If I'd have to guess, would be my map that I think is favorite league map across most players. Seems to always end up being that way. Band maps today, if you're curious, we got Waterfall and Palace Band, which makes sense. Those are a couple of the more volatile maps that we have, mid-wise at least. We're just gonna hang out, wait for our teams to get in, then I'll unhide my screen. I really need to fix this screenshot. This stream paused screenshot's kind of ugly, but we live. This is round 3, gonna be a best of 3, so first team to 2 wins. YouTube says my audio bitrate is not good, but I think it's fine. Someone tell me if you can hear me. I don't want to be talking this whole time and not talking, but it seems like it's working. Alright, we got 8 people in here. We're ready to go. Like I'm talking about, if you're new around here, beach is a very, very smooth open mid. Symmetrical, obviously, for league. A lot of maps have some crazy stuff going on. This one doesn't. You're just gonna pop in mid and fight. Real small, circular, things you like to see. Got someone talking strategy in public chat, that's probably a bad idea. So, Dragonegg is going to be orange. Over here, a couple YouTubers. Cool people. I appreciate that, Solaris. Thank you for letting me know. We all good then. Over here, Team Lagcraft. No YouTube ranks, but luckily YouTube rank doesn't make any difference in the gameplay. Got Thunder here. Thunder's a fan favorite host, so everything should go smooth. How we like it. One, command blocks are cheating, that is true. Don't use command blocks. Right off mid, right off start, you're going to see with these games, we're going to have one player from each team. Grab some iron, go to mid. Getting to mid first, winning the mid battle, getting these resources at the beginning is a big indicator of who's going to win this game. So we have over here the unknown, first person to mid. No comp from orange right off the bat. Orange is going to go ahead and grab gear first. So blue will get the first couple gens and head on back. And we'll have our first fight in mid here. Overpowered mode armor makes a big difference. So over here, sand is probably not going to be doing any fighting. Blue's going to be trying to get an egg right off the bat, it looks like. See if this amounts to anything. It's going to be tough to get past everyone here, but this is a play. This is pretty huge. No one's in the way. Blue's going to get an egg right off the bat here. Huge advantage. Orange egg's gone. 20 seconds in the game. Orange right now, I was going to say has to run over, but blue, that's why they went to mid. See, blue got to mid first. That's where that obsidian's from. Orange can try, but orange has no egg over here. Pushing blue with no egg and obsidian. Definitely does not have a diamond pick yet. Could get a kill, buy a diamond pick with the mid resources, but has to win this battle first. 2 oranges already gone. Real quick game, looking like. It's like orange right here is winning this fight, so could go buy a pick now with the diamonds. Get the egg, but even if the egg is broken, it's going to be a 4v2, and this blue's going to be respawning. Only an iron pickaxe is not going to work before this blue gets back, unfortunately. So now we got, I would say this person's name, but it looks like a lot of letters. I don't know how to say it. You see in chat, one orange died, last orange died here, and that's game 1. Blue with a very convincing win there. Like I said, we have a best of 3 here. So blue's up 1-0. Nothing hurt. Orange can try hopefully a little better to defend that egg off spawn. Make life a little easier. But if we see another quick egg break like that, this is going to be a very, very quick round. My headset's going to die. I pray that it doesn't die until after this stream ends, otherwise that would be kind of sad. Alright, we're going to hop into our next game, and I'm also going to switch the batteries on my headset real quick so it doesn't die. So I'll mute myself. I'll see you guys back in a couple minutes. Alright, we back. Well, I'm back anyway. Still waiting for this private game to get filled up. Second game is going to be on birthday. Real different map. Should play a lot differently. See if it makes any difference. Mid's a lot bigger. Mid has several layers. Beach is really just get in there, run and gun, you're good. Birthday, you might gotta play a little more strategically in mid. Also have a little baby island next to your main island. See if that makes any difference. Got one of our teams in here. Waiting on Team Lagcraft to get back in. Then I can show off this map a little bit. Birthday is a beloved map. Maybe not as much for competitive. You see it banned out sometimes because it's more volatile than Beach. Beach is the same game every time. But Birthday is a real fun, real nice looking map. And we're back. So as I'm saying, you can see, if you watched the last game, this map is different than Beach. It is circular. In that vein, it's similar, but you have this extra little island here. Beach actually has something similar to that with a diamond gen. But then in mid, especially if you end up seeing a death match, this is where this gets real interesting, where you have this lower level, and then you have this level, and in here you have stairs. Couple generators in here. Couple generators on top as well. You have these little spiral staircases to get up. Ends up playing a lot differently than a map like Beach does. So we'll see if that makes any difference. Dragonegg obviously needs something to change from last game. See a countdown timer to start, couple seconds. There we go. I would like to see Orange get to mid a little earlier. They had no comp in mid against Blue first game. Blue just got back with gold. Little harder to do that because the gens are a little more centralized in this map, but you don't want to give the other team free obsidian while your egg gets broken. But we see same kind of thing where Orange is not there immediately. See if I see any blue bridges. Not yet, but getting started. Little mishap there. Blue's coming over to mid, see how orange doing. Orange is already here, so orange will have the slight mid advantage. You see if they go for the same play where they get some gear and then run back. Looks like that's what we're gonna do. See the block right there, not gonna do much against a enchanted pickaxe, but it'll do something. Although after that block, it looks like we're doing some dancing around, trying to bait King Cobra out here, but this orange player has the gear, so we do not want, or orange does not want to see that person go down. See, blue's getting some gear up top. These gens aren't crazy, but a couple level 2 diamond generators will go a long way. 2v1 here, so orange does get the kill. Gear has not been lost. Another orange kill. Obviously way, way better start than the last game was. You do see Obsidian over at blue, so we have an orange pushing in, but at this point in the game, no diamond pickaxes unless we see a shop, which against the 4 people will be real tough, so nothing going on over here. Probably see WF16W go down. There it is. Blue I would expect to see the same thing. We do see Obsidian over there. Pretty even match. Looks like we're actually going to play a game this time. It's not going to end in the first couple seconds. Blue does have hold of mid right now. Mid hold is a big deal because that's how you get the gear. Can upgrade these gens at your own base, but you need mid to be able to do that. A little mishap there. Have an orange pushing in. This will be a little 1v1 right now. I didn't see where the other blue went. Maybe back to base. Orange has the slight sword advantage. See some crits going off. Cobra's pretty low. Gonna try to either get back to base or get this blue behind a pinch. Second one's what's gonna happen. I'd say Bedrock over Java even. 2v1's real hard to win with the knockback how it is. We do have reinforcements, so like I said, this player has the gear. Now he's translated that gear into actual gear, the iron armor. I would expect a decent pickaxe on this player as well. What you don't want to see is getting voided with all that stuff. That would not help you. Gets built over and backs up, which is smart, because again, bridge basically is even, regardless of how much gear you have. You get knocked into the void, your iron armor is not going to save you. Blue's building up top. There's a possibility that this blue player has purchased, you know, an efficiency pickaxe. And it looks like actually we had an orange player maybe crash, which is real unfortunate. That might have been the guy with the gear too. I was wondering, no, the guy with the gear is over there. They're cool. Got some chests over here. The rules with crashes are if you crash, you're on your own. You know, we can't accommodate people crashing in inopportune times in the game. We would love to have a rejoin feature. Obviously, would be ideal, but that's not implemented yet. So if you crash, then your team's down a player for the game. Orange already being down 1-0 makes it rough. Do get a kill there. I would say Orange has played the start of this game out better. Played really well. Have a gear advantage. You see not anymore as Hyken's getting some diamonds. But again, player loss, real unfortunate there. Nothing you can really do about it. Wi-Fi goes out, game crashes. Bedrock for me actually crashes a pretty decent amount. Probably because Onyx client, but what are you gonna do? So we start to see blue getting geared up a little better. Got an ender chest there to store some gear in. This would be a very even game if the player counts were even. Over at orange, we're going to see similar things. Check our diamond gen, see if we have anything going on over here. Nothing on orange, just see it says broken still. Orange is going to have to decide how they want to play this game now. 3v4 in EggWars is not unwinnable in any sense. But if you get your egg broken, don't survive, going to be a different story. 3v4 with no egg, not really super possible. Have a fight going on in here. Get you the diamond sword is a gear difference. Nothing too crazy though. Iron sword against diamond sword with full iron is super winnable. I hear some fighting up here. There's a 2v1 up here. Only leather gear over there, so that blue is just going to run away. Haken's getting beat. Gonna probably try to get back to base as well. You don't want to lose this gear. You see the blues with leather are trying to fight on the bridge. That one didn't work so well. Orange is a pick. They could try to go now. If you get across this bridge, F16's got to look out behind them, though. Does stay on the bridge. That's real impressive. You see diamond pickaxe from this player. Not a super efficiency one, though. Probably the most basic diamond pickaxe, it looks like. Oranges are here. I would expect at least one of them to have efficiency, but one of them's off the edge. It's a real good play by Unknown to be able to do that. And there we go. 2v3 over there was always going to be tough. 2v4 even, but you saw one of the blues, King Cobra, did get voided. So you want to chat? We got 14 minutes. We'll see a deathmatch eventually. Orange might want to think about playing for deathmatch. Because 3v4, it's going to be not easy to get an egg. But it is, especially you get bows, you get gear. If you want to try to hunker down a mid a little bit, get some gear. Play for deathmatch. Gear advantage 3v4 is super winnable, if not advantaged. But you would have to hold mid for the better part of, 10, 20 more minutes, however long it's going to be. Yeah, we only have one orange at mid right now, so not easy. Again, orange does still have an egg. The player that is gone was a disconnection via a crash or whatever might have happened. Orange going back to blue here. This is big if this is efficiency pickaxe. There is enough space here to get one, but you see there is a blue still at the base. Gonna make it harder. Gets blocked in with obsidian. That means this egg is gone unless blue has a real good pickaxe. This is big. 3v4 could get brought back here. Real good play from a name I don't know how to say. Kill here would be huge from orange, but even if they go down, which they do, nothing hurt at all. They've been at mid for a long time. I would imagine they got a decent amount of gear at base. 3v4, but 3v4 with the egg advantage. Very solid. So now it's the opposite of what I was talking about. They were able to get egg. Now they have some time to play. They do not want to wait till deathmatch. Deathmatch would even this back up, and then you're back to a disadvantage because it's 3v4. Someone asked what client I'm. Yeah, it's Onyx. I think they actually changed the name of Onyx recently. You see Refigo down there. I think Onyx, yeah, they like re-changed the name to something else, but it is Onyx client. It's the client, yeah. I want to find some good shaders for Bedrock, but I haven't had the opportunity to do that yet. Blue here coming to mid. I wonder if they see this orange. This would be funny if they didn't. Looks like not. Sneaky little play right there. Orange is going for kills here. Nope. Orange back around. I was going to say, against these players with leather, you get a kill, and it's even back up. 3-3. So you see Hacken made it to mid. Little fight here. Probably going to try to stop this blue from getting back to mid with the gear. Obviously, coming from mid, going to have some diamonds, going to have some gold. Not able to do it. Stopping someone on Bedrock from getting across a bridge with the building mechanics is real hard. Can see no void as possible. Blue gets back to base, so orange is going to retreat back to mid. But again, as long as we see a kill or two before deathmatch, orange is solidly in the lead here. Very different from last game. Oh, was that an April Fool's thing? That's funny if it was. I just saw the announcement. I don't think I saw it on April Fool's Day. Oh, did I get had? Oh no, not on stream. Have orange, you see, trying to camp this bridge. Trying to get some voids. It is possible to get someone off. This island over here is not big, you see. This way there's some walls, you get someone knocked off towards this way. Totally possible, but we have 4 blues all around this island. Gonna make life harder. I would be surprised if you see Aurify jump on their own. Obviously get knocked off there. But the goal here really was not to get put down in a fight, a fair fight. The goal was to try to jump on someone, knock them off. Especially with the gear disadvantage you see. Down in the void. Another play here. She wants us 10 minutes left. This timer is, again, bad timer for orange. Because you're down a player and blue has no egg. Real impressive clutch there. That was a really solid play to live there against all the people. I really wish I could say this person's name so I could commend them. but it's like Assam is the first few letters. I don't know if that's a name or if it's just letters T, H, F, whatever. But real good play from that player. Full game. They're the one that got the egg. Done a lot of stuff today. That was a real good clutch right there to escape. Oh, fireball kill. That is huge. That was a full iron player. Gets fireballed off, and now we're back to 3-3. Egg advantage. Orange really needs to take this game. Really putting that player who disconnected on their backs if they manage to bring this back. When that player disconnected, eggs were all still there. Egg got broken in a 3-4 scenario. Get a 2v1 here. 2v2 now. Either of these blues go down, we'll have a player advantage for orange. Very even fight. Just kind of swinging. You see blue puts TNT down. One of the oranges does go down. And the other, as I said, 2v2s on Bedrock, hard to win. Demon goes down. Probably just going to run away. You see the third blue coming in as well, although we have an orange support here. Not as much gear. Was that the one the orange lost another guy? I'm not sure what's going on with the orange connections. Still winnable. 3-2, but we have another orange player that got disconnected. I'm not sure if that was the person who died in that fight, if they actually died because they were disconnected. We have RFI still in here, and then I'm trying to find who the other orange player is, who's still here. Not certain. So it was this player, the one I've been complimenting all game, who, not sure if they died and then disconnected somehow, or if the death was because they disconnected. It did seem pretty premature, so that might have been the reason. We're looking at a crazy game, though, if Orange gets 2 DCs and still manages to win this game. This is a kill that really needs to happen. Would be huge. Just make it a 2v2 again. You see King Cobra down there is not helping right now. Heard a helmet break. This player F16 really needs to get on this helmet broken. Against a diamond sword, you're gonna die real quick with no helmet. Not as much as maybe you're playing Java on half health, but still feels like that sometimes. See, Orange, I would hope that Refi over here is gonna go grab some gear, stop being in leather. Orange is doing a real good job, man. Holding on to mid. Do we get another dragon or fireball kill? We don't. Could have gotten a little better angle on that throw, maybe would have been the only way, but that would have been tough all the way. I was not even aware, honestly. I haven't played EggWars in long enough. I didn't realize how impactful fireballs could be, but that's the reason it's 3-2 and not 4-2 right now is a fireball kill. Go back to orange, see if we got some gear over here. We do, thankfully. Well, that's some interesting context. If you look at stream chat, that sheds a little bit of light on this right now. Either way, right now, in the situation we are, 2v3. Orange still, though, has an egg, light blue doesn't, so light blue's got to be careful, especially with these fireballs getting flown around. See, blue, I imagine, I don't think I've checked yet, but this has to be level 3. And it is. Level 3 is max for our diamond gens. So blue can really just die, respawn, and grab some more gear pretty easily. Not as much as from mid, but at a certain point, as long as you're able to grab iron armor. See, deathmatch being in 5 minutes is going to make life harder for orange because you're just going to have a straight up 2v3 at mid, which is tough to win. Although blue would have generally to get to mid. See if orange has any way to stop that at all. We do have a blue pushing up right now. If I'm blue right now, I'm really just hiding in my base, hunkering down for 5 minutes. Get that egg. I don't think it's worth pushing an egg that's gonna get broken in 5 minutes anyway. But blue does push up nonetheless. See a blue death here. Obviously, evens death match up when you get there. Although King Cobra getting some good hits, really winning this fight right now. And a player comes in support. So Alrafai is gonna be on the run. See a bow as well. And does go down. Nothing hurt. Blue or orange does have an egg. Orange teammate does come to help, but it's a little too late now. 2v1, not going to be super winnable. I do want to see if orange has their own gear. So you can see orange has no diamond gen. So orange maybe has a chest somewhere. But other than that, they're going to be respawning with weak gear. See, or F16 actually did not die, but blue might be trying to end the game now. Pushing up for egg. See a little leap feather. This is a basically unwinnable fight for a fight right there. Gonna be blocked in, so this orange egg will get broken. Gonna have a gearless orange at mid, and now see the orange egg get broken. Now we're in dire straits here. No eggs, but 1v3. A little unfortunate with the disconnection slash kicks slash whatever ended up happening, but this is a 1v1 right now. If F16 could have gotten this kill, would have evened life up a little bit, but on the run right now, and you're gonna see blue is gonna start coming from this side. That blue does retreat. We see no extra gear here, it looks like. This helmet missing is going to be a big deal. Blue can afford to be a little aggressive. They have no egg, but they do have a bunch of extra players. So if they want to try to run a bridge fight, they can. Although it might not be the smartest move. If you lose a player there, it would be a 2v1 instead of a 3v1. Oh, I thought we just had a blue walk off the edge. Did have that, but not all the way. Saved, gonna build back up. This is F16 over here is not really have very many plays. I'm not sure what the move is here. See TNT get put down, gonna have to run. Hit by a couple bow shots, but either it's not a punch bow or we're just seeing low knockback because of this head hitting right there. Either way, more TNT get dropped. F16 is going to be able to get back to mid, live another day, but without a shop in mid, without much health, without the helmet, it's going to be tough. 2 minutes till deathmatch, that is time if they're able to get back without getting shot off to buy some new gear. Little clutch there as the boots break, probably low, might die from just getting hit by a bow shot at this point. Check the fall damage, make sure survive. Probably want to pop a gap. Armor gets off, gonna buy some new armor. And we live on. That's well played to be able to get back. Now just gonna try to straight up run back to mid. Getting shot at with the bow, but getting shot at straight in the back is obviously not gonna knock someone off. Makes it back to mid. Two blues over there. One of them is on top. Little aerial attack. Pans out, but orange was far enough along and they don't get knocked off there. Not sure where the third blue is. Fireball, but survives. Again, they're on top of mid anyway, so the worst thing a fireball will do in this point is some fall damage. Got a minute till deathmatch, which will more or less outlaw the side islands. A couple other effects that has. But it means that we'll have a fight, like you would imagine with deathmatch, we'll have a fight in mid here. Everyone's already in mid. Eventually, if people start not fighting, we can start forcing people up to these top levels as well. Right now, blue's just hanging out, these two at least. The other one is the unknown, and I'm not sure where the unknown is. The unknown 8859. Somewhere over here. See F16 crouching, trying to not give away their exact location, but with the ender chest over here, two blues up here, and another blue, I would imagine, is going to show up soon. It's going to be deathmatch. They have to. There we go. Probably trying to be careful not get bowed off on the way there, but with two blues defending. And now we see drop. So we have a fight over here. Again, this would be a historic CubeCraft League play if F16 is able to bring this game back. A lot of blocks getting placed down, but to win the game, you gotta do damage, and I don't see any of that happening. No opportunities for gapping, so gonna be real low here. And that'll be it. Well played by the players in orange that were here. Real well played all around. But unfortunately, you end up with a couple of disconnections slash kicks slash whatever happens. At the end of the day, first game, everyone was there. Had a quick 2-0 sweep. Second game, little stranger, but at the end of the day, 2-0. So we will have our blue team moving on. That is Team Lagcraft will be going on to the quarterfinals. They'll be playing against Slayers. Now, neither of those teams, Lagcraft or Slayers, have lost any game. Slayers went 2-0 through all of their first 3 rounds. Similar story with Lagcraft. That should be a good game. Check out when that happens. Other than that, GG's. Check out next stream, whenever that'll be. Get the live roll in the Discord, you can get pinged.